All right, welcome to the first step of getting your business email sending set up done properly. And the first step in this entire process is to make sure that you have an @domainname.com email. Now, when I say that, for some of you, you might be going, whoa, wait a second, coach. What are you saying over here? Okay. Either didn't we do this already, or didn't you tell us that it was okay for us to set up the @gmail.com option, but now you're telling us like, yo, we got to have the @domainname.com option. So there's no way to do this free? Like, are we all screwed who did the option number 2 way back when? No. Hear me out here, okay? So what we're going to be doing inside of the next couple training sections, we're going to go ahead and piggyback off of whatever option you decided to do, and we're actually going to help you get set up with the email deliverability and the business sending setup for the emails using whatever option you already did, okay? So just because you did an @gmail.com, we're going to walk you through how to be able to do that additional setup, so that way you can kind of have a pseudo, it's kind of an alias domainname.com, where you still have an @gmail, but what you can do is you can kind of fake like you have a domain name without having to pay for it. Now, there's still some cons to it, but it still works. And so what we're going to do now is whichever option that you went with in the previous training. Okay, so if you remember way back when, there was a training in which you decided with your business email, you did option 1 or you did option 2. You're going to continue forward with the same option. And right after this is going to be training sections to walk you through getting your business email sending setup done. And you're going to proceed just like we did way back when. You're going to proceed only with that training section that is going to be according to the option that you have right now. Does that make sense? I think sometimes some students get confused, and obviously I know for you guys, I'm sure you listening to this, you get it, but unfortunately, but stick with me here because I sometimes have to repeat myself multiple times because some students sometimes just don't get it and they're like, oh, I did both options. Like, hey, what's going on here? No. You want to be clear with this, okay? What's going to happen next is that we're going to go ahead and now walk you through each of the 2 options, okay? So we're going to go ahead and walk you through, hey, if you proceeded with option number 1 previously, you're going to go through option number 1 training video. If you went with option 2 previously, you're going to go with option 2 training video. Do not do both of them. Otherwise, you are going to be confused on how to complete this first step of getting your @domain name email set up. Okay, so what you're going to go ahead and do right after this is you're now going to go ahead and proceed, right? So we had the explanation training section. You are now in this training section. Right after this is going to be either option 1, so it's going to be like option 1, or it's going to be option 2. You are only going to go through the option that is going to be for you. I feel like I'm saying the same thing in 10 different ways. I hope it is absolutely clear. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, next up, you're going to go ahead and go through the option to get your @domain name email set up and getting that ready for the email sending setup. So go ahead and continue on to the option that is going to be most applicable to you. I will catch you directly in that next training section.